Back in February, the Western Massachusetts Economic Development Council and the Greater Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau decided to make West Mass its marketing brand for our region, dropping their use of Pioneer Valley. Well, that move has resulted in a lot of complaints, leading to some renewed consideration of the whole idea. And EDC President Rick Sullivan came back in to tell us about it.
Well, we think it's very important to be able to have that so that there's a common denominator when we're referencing back the place brand, and that's really what this is. And this really came together as a positive undertaking to be able to talk well of the region, as you said, to be able to pitch it to companies that were looking to locate here, workers to come and live here because we have opportunities and open jobs, certainly looking to attract visitors and individuals that plan vacations, but also plan conventions and longer stays and bring them into the area. So this was an external marketing campaign to attract people into the region, but clearly there's another component to it, and we want to build brand ambassadors here locally because it's important that people feel good and talk well of the region.
We're not going to use the term Pioneer Valley. Tell me about some of the information you got that led to that.
The vast majority of people said Western Massachusetts. Or they may even start with Massachusetts and the person will say, oh, Boston, and you go, oh no, Western Massachusetts. And in fact, the data showed that less than 10% always or frequently used Pioneer Valley. So Western Mass was clearly the description that most people used. And that's consistent not only with the data that we collected in this exercise, but also that other companies in the region that have done recently, and again, with the eye towards attracting outside visitors and outside companies and outside workers into the region. So an outward focus that clearly the vast majority of people use Western Massachusetts. And then West Mass came up as a shorter version of that. Graphically it looked better, it was easier to there. It was absolutely different, but it was just a shortened version of Western Mass. So the study and the work that was done got to Western Mass, and then West Mass clearly just became a shortened version of that.
When you came in, you sat with us in February when this was first announced, you said even then, you said, we're already getting pushback. We're hearing people that don't like it. And you said, if you like Pioneer Valley or you've got a term you use, your business, your company, go ahead. We wouldn't tell you not to anyway. Here's why we're doing what we're doing. We'd love to see everybody on the same page, but you didn't tell you don't have that power anyway to tell people not to, and yet it has continued to the point where now you've kind of reopened it and said, folks, look at it again. Tell us what you think.
So we have. I mean, we have been impressed by the level of pushback in terms of using the phrase West Mass or West Mass, or even some have said West Mass West. I mean, either way, the pushback on some of that has been pretty significant, and we've been impressed by that.
You spent a lot of years in public life. Mayor of Westfield for what I think was 14 years, was it? You spent
13 and a half.
13 and a half, close enough. Okay.
Close enough.
You won 14 years. You left to go with Governor Patrick, and you had top jobs there. And of course, chief of staff to the governor. That's a tough job. I don't have to tell you. The phrase that keeps coming back to me, and anybody that's covered or worked in politics knows this one. First of all, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And also, no good deed goes unpunished. Everybody tried to come up with something, and it just seems that there's just an awful lot of, and in some cases, angry pushback on it.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of it is angry. And, it didn't, I think people felt that, West Mass didn't reflect what they believe is special about the area that they live in, whether it's Franklin, Hampshire or Hampden County. It certainly brought out strong passion. And, in a lot of ways, that's a good thing. And I think we need to recognize that. And we also need to be, smart enough to know that, we don't necessarily just forge ahead to say, well, we got this right. And, I think what we're doing right now is saying, hey, let's take another look at it. Let's take a look at the data. We are trying to do a good thing. We are trying to do a difficult thing. Whenever you try to come up with a descriptor for the entire region, which is so diverse in terms of its, the makeup and the topography and the individuals and the different kinds of jobs, it's a tough thing to do. In fact, the first time Pioneer Valley came out, that isn't what won the contest. It was actually King Philip's Realm way back a number of years ago. So, it's been tried for a whole lot of years in a lot of different forms, and there's different ways to do it. But we have, again, just been struck, and we hit a passionate chord with individuals, and you got to listen to that, because we can't put a good face outward and attract people in if we don't have a good base of support internally.
Well, Rick Sullivan, thanks for coming in, spending some time with us. We really appreciate it.
Anytime, thank you.